Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Brick. My name is Nick, and today we are looking at set number 40621, Moana and Merida. These two Brickheadz are pretty significant for a couple reasons. Both were Brickheadz at the time representing characters that we had never gotten in minifig form. Pretty sure that this did come out right before the release of Moana, so this is pretty cool to see. The Moana fig did come out in the Disney 100 celebration train, and Merida is still one that we have not gotten a minifig for, so it's pretty crazy to see that we got one in Brickhead form before we got any other sort of representation for her. We have had her in mini doll form before, but for a lot of LEGO collectors and a lot of LEGO lovers, that doesn't really count. She does go for quite a bit as a mini doll, but to get one in minifig form, I'm pretty sure people would go nuts. Let's go into each one individually to take a look at the closer details. Moana is a fantastic Brickheadz. I think that the greebling to get the different folds and the different curls of her hair is just so perfect. There are some really good details among the crown that she's wearing, which is something that we have not gotten in a Brickhead form before. She also has a massive accessory, that being her oar. Let's start down at the bottom. You do see the skirt that she wears, the straw skirt that she wears. That's pretty cool. This is when she has that whole sequence where she is becoming the chiefess of the entire island, and this is actually really cool because it's also at the end of the film. So she is wearing that crown again. Her hair again has so many different bumps and folds in it to give her that correct different folds that she does in her actual hair, and I think that it works so well. And again, that oar is really cool. It's just using one of those long bar pieces with one of those hilt pieces that they've introduced recently with a couple of snot techniques. And then she does have a 1x4 brick on the front that is printed in her classic Moana outfit, so that is really nice. It's got some really intricate printing there on the front. And then you also have the 1x2 tiles, actually the 1x1 tiles for the basic Brickhead eyes. The crown is definitely my favorite part. It's actually put on using a bunch of 1x1 clips with some leaf pieces and some flower pieces attached to the bottom of that. They make the crown look so cool, and you can actually move these up and down if you wanted to, so you can move them up and down however way you want. You can have it sort of resting on her head more so than sitting up top, so that honestly makes it look a little bit more natural. I think that does make it a little bit better if you do it like that, just because gravity would be weighing down on those leaves. Up next is Merida, and Merida also is sporting the classic 1x1 circular tiles with the basic Brickhead eyes, but I think the standout for this Brickhead would be her hair. Her hair is built using a ton of 2x2 circular plates, and all of them are in orange. You can get off all of these natural curls right from that, and it makes it look curly. It makes it look greebled and built up. It looks fantastic. This Brickhead actually does have a couple accessories, one being a quiver with some arrows in it, and that's just using that really small stem piece, and that works really well in tan. And then you also have in her left hand her bow, so she does have her bow there, and that also has like the bow and arrow piece, so that's pretty cool. She actually has this long dress on, so you can't see the 1x2 bricks. It's actually 1x2 plates to make it look like the boots are just kind of peeking out, and both of these figs do use the 6x6 black plate at the bottom. They kind of steered away from doing the 2x4 tiles with the exclusive prints, especially for the seasonal ones that they did. They haven't done that in a while, and I'm kind of confused as to why. I wish they continued to do that. It kind of made Brickheadz a little bit more unique, but at the same time, the way that they were placed, you kind of had to have a 6x8 plate underneath there, and they were off center with the rest of the plate, so they weren't centered with the 6x6. So they would tip over a little bit easily because they would be top heavy, I guess, because their heads are pretty big. She also does have a 1x4 brick down there at the chest, and you can see the different parts of her dress right there as well. Again, both Brickheadz are significant to the line and significant to LEGO Disney. Really, we need a minifig of Merida. Now that we do officially have a minifig of Moana, it's pretty dang good. I think that we do need an updated Moana though. Her hairpiece definitely could have been changed out rather than the Friends rubberized hairpiece that we did get. I think that there's a really good one, maybe even the Kamala Khan hairpiece that we got, that is really, really good for her. And yeah, I think that these two are really good. I think that they are great details and great pieces for your display. Anyways, that is going to be all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.